Hello class, this is your teacher Mr. McDougall with your next project tutorial. For this one we are continuing to work on our photography portfolio, and the next one we're going to do is portrait photography. So as I mentioned in the previous lesson, we're working towards building this portfolio with several different types of photography. Last time we worked on landscape, now we're going to work on portrait photography will be the next one. That's the one we're going to do right now. So similar to the last project, the process will be exactly the same. You click on the classwork, you'll see you're going to do the same thing. Take the cards and the cameras from the classroom, set it to RAW, capture at least 10 unique photos of different kinds. So again, make sure there's variety to your shots. So again, try to do at least 2 people, different poses, different expressions, different locations. Again, we want lots of variety. We don't want 10 photos of the same person with the same facial expression over and over again. We want to try and add as much variety to all of these shots as possible. Your portfolio needs to be diverse, which means it has to have different kinds of things for each shot. You never want 2 shots to look exactly the same. You will take your shots, put them in Lightroom for any editing, and then export your top 5 to this slideshow, just like we did in the last one. So same as before, you'll edit your top 5 shots, put them here, give each one a clever title, and tell me the exposure settings of each one. So with portrait photography, this one does involve people. So these ones need to have people, aka subjects, in them. Try to do close-ups to medium shots, which we haven't talked about shot sizes yet, but close-ups mean mostly just the face or around waist level, like that. So this is like a medium to a close-up shot, or just towards the face and the chest, that sort of area. So you want to get close-up shots. They can also have more than one subject. It can have one or more. So you can have a photo like this of just one classmate, or you can have a group of people for a small shot like that. Don't make the group too big though. I would say about 3 people maximum. If you have a group shot of 5 or 6 people, that's too many. That's not really a portrait anymore. Now we're doing a group shot. So 1 to 3 people maximum, okay? And remember, we want the shallow focus. Shallow focus means it's a blurry background, kind of like these. So remember, the subject is sharp in focus, the background is blurry. Same with this one. The subject is nice and clear, obvious what the focal point is, and everything else is blurry because it's not important. Remember, to get that shallow focus, you want your F number as low as you can get it. Depending on the camera that you use, it may only go as low as 3 or 4 or 5, but it's okay as long as you can get it as low as you can. Try to zoom in on your character's face and you'll get that cool shallow focus with the blurry background. That's what you want to really highlight your subject. Also remember the rules of composition, like the rule of thirds. Try to align the points of interest, their eyes and face, towards this upper third line right here. This one that goes right across the top. This is the upper third line. So put their points of interest right there, preferably on these intersecting points on the corners. The camera has the rule of thirds grid guideline on the back of it, so it'll help you line up your shot. But again, if you do this, it makes your photo way more interesting and way more engaging. And the thing to keep in mind is this part could be challenging, so I want you to really experiment with your shots. Don't just take one photo and assume it worked out. It's okay to play around. You got lots of space on the memory card to practice, and it's okay to take a shot of someone and it doesn't work out. You can say, hey, turn your face to the left and take their photo, and you go, you know what, that didn't work. Try it, turn your face to the right. Maybe that will work. Or try crossing your arms, or just try different things. Take a shot of each one until you find something that you like, and that's okay. And also, as the photographer, you need to help guide your subject by just giving them simple poses. You don't have to tell them anything complicated, but think about when you're getting your picture taken or when you got your school ID photo taken, you don't know what to do. You just stand there and you're thinking, like, do I have to put my hands up or do I do something with my hands in my pocket? As the photographer, you need to help guide the person you're taking a picture of. And again, just keep it simple. You don't just say do whatever you want. Don't say anything like that because the client doesn't know what to do. They don't know what to do with that. Give them simple instructions like, put your hand in your pocket, or cross your arms, or just turn your head to the side, or smile, or try not smiling, or try different things like that. Just make little suggestions and they'll play along, and just keep taking photos until you find something that you like. It's okay to take 10 photos that you don't like until you get to the one that you do, because you're only going to showcase and keep that one anyway. The other ones aren't even going to matter. You're just going to keep practicing until you get the one that you like. So it's okay to experiment and have fun and take a lot of bad shots until you get to the good one, okay? The most important thing is to flatter your subject take their photo, show them, make sure they like it, make sure they look good, and then if you both agree on it, then you can move on to the next one. One thing I like to do when I'm taking pictures of a client, the first thing I ask them is what is their preferred side? If they have a preferred side, they'll typically go to it, and that will automatically make them feel more comfortable when you're taking their shots. Okay? So again, exactly the same as we did before with landscape, just this one will involve people. Give me your top 5 here, clever title for each one, and tell me your exposure settings. And again, as a reminder, you can find your exposure settings here in Lightroom Classic when you're editing. So I can see this portrait, ISO 200, aperture is f8, shutter speed is 1/200th of a second. So you can easily find those here in Lightroom Classic as you're already editing the photos. Okay? So keep experimenting, have fun, and let me know if you have any questions.